back to my kitchen. It's Christmas time almost, so it's time to prep. I've decided to be true to my statement on my channel here and show you warts and all, okay? I am doing this today for the first time, okay? I am going to make bacon, maple, and cheddar shortbread from the new 2019 milk calendar. Okay, I got this in the mail, and every month has a really cool recipe. And on December 2019, I found bacon, maple, and cheddar shortbreads. Now, I've never made these before. Disclaimer, okay. And so I thought, why not shoot a video and we'll catch warts and all. You know, if it turns out great, great. If there's a problem, you're gonna see it. I won't edit it out. Okay. Anyway, I will leave the recipe in the description box for this. This looks so delicious, and I have all the ingredients, and I've done a bit of prep work. First of all, there's 4 pieces of bacon that you have to fry up, and you reserve the bacon fat. Okay, that goes into the recipe as well. Normally, this goes in a tin can in my freezer and it gets thrown out, but this recipe calls for reserving that fat, so it's reduced the amount of butter in the recipe to make room for that fat. So. And I am thinking it's for flavor enhancement, okay? There's a reason. Okay, so ingredients: 4 slices of bacon, as I said, half a cup of butter, right here, 1/3 cup packed brown sugar, right here, 1/4 cup of maple syrup. I have the real stuff, guys. This is from Bella Hill maple syrup here in Powassan, so it is the real thing. 2 cups of all-purpose flour, right here. Half a teaspoon of baking powder in there, and half a cup of grated extra old cheddar cheese. Now, I don't have any of that on hand, but I do have shredded mozzarella, so it's a cheese. Okay, I'm tweaking it a bit just to start with. Depending on the taste, I may make this again with the old cheddar that they suggest, but we'll see. Okay, the instructions: in a non-stick skillet, cook bacon over medium-high heat until crispy. Reserve fat and remove bacon to paper towel lined plate, which it is. Pour bacon fat into a small heat-proof bowl to cool, which it's been doing, so it should be ready when I'm ready. Now it says, finely chop the bacon. So here we go. And I have a nice sharp knife to do that, and it is crispy, so it's crumbling as well, which helps totally. Now, I usually stick with normal shortbread cookies, and I will be doing a recipe of that on my channel. But I thought these are kind of savory, they're kind of different. And I like the combination of flavors. Like in my brain, it's going bacon and cheese and maple. Nice. So I'm going to give this a shot. This might be one of my new favorites to add into my Christmas baking trays. And it might be yours too. Who knows? Let's see. Okay, so there we go. There's the bacon. Now, instruction step 2. In a large bowl, beat together the butter. Let's get that going. There's butter. It's nice and it's room temperature, so it'll be really easy to maneuver with. Butter, sugar. There's the 1/4 cup or 1/3 cup brown sugar. It is cemented into the cup for some reason. Warts and all, guys, warts and all. Oh man. Yep, that's chunky. Okay. Let's just give that a little bit of a hand and break it up a little. I know I gotta beat it in still, but it is solid. I guess there's a lot of moisture in the kitchen right now. It smells wonderful in here with the bacon, trust me. Okay. There we go. Now, okay, add the maple syrup, and that is 1/4 cup maple syrup. I haven't even cracked this yet, guys. So here we go. I'm going to add all the fluids that I can in here, make it easier to combine these. Okay, 1/4 cup maple syrup. Oh, look at that. Oh, maple syrup, brown sugar, butter. Oh yeah. All right. Close that up. Okay. Just stick that there. Okay, combine these. Okay, and it says add the cooled bacon fat at this time. And it is cooled now. Oh, these are decadent, boy. But holidays are the time to do that, right? Tell me right. Yes, okay. Okay. Stir that all in. Go. Now, stir in chopped bacon. Okay, here we go. Put that there. I am learning not to bang on the bowl. I've had a few comments on previous videos. People get annoyed with that, and it's like, it's a habit, but I'm being conscious of it now. Okay, stir in the chopped bacon. Alright, so let's get that mixed in. This is starting to look good. It's not even a cookie form yet. Okay, set that aside. In another bowl, whisk together flour and baking powder. There's 2 cups of flour. Goes in here. And not to worry about preheating the oven. This dough must chill for at least 2 hours until it is firm. So I was leaving that for the time being because you don't want your oven going for 2 hours. Okay. Now we need to add to the flour, we need to add baking powder. And it was 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder in there. Okay. There we go. Take a new whisk that hasn't seen wet ingredients yet and whisk that through to fully incorporate it. There we go. All right, now Stir in cheese. Okay, so there's my cheese. It says half of a cup of grated extra old cheddar, but as I said, I'm using Mott's just because I have it on hand. So I always feel free to experiment with recipes. Things that I prefer, if they're close enough to what the recipe calls for, I'll go with it. So, here you go. Okay, this cheese is stirred into the flour mixture. And now, it says, gradually stir flour mixture into butter mixture until dough comes together. Knead together and divide dough into 4 equal pieces. Okay, so this goes into this. So we'll add just a bit at a time to give it a chance to mix in properly, so I don't have any dry spots or wet spots. And this is going to come together into the dough that has to chill for 2 hours in the fridge. Make it harder, which gives it the ability to cut it into the cookies. I see what they're doing there. You chill it for 2 hours in a log shape, and then you just simply slice up the cookies, which makes it easy. And the fact that it goes into 4 logs, what's the yield? About 7 dozen cookies, guys. That's enough to share and to have at home. So this is great for, like I said, those Christmas trays and going out to friends to eat. You can take along an appetizer with you. So, homemade, guys. Here you go. You know. Oh, got flour on the counter. That's all right. Things like that happen in the kitchen. If I like this recipe, you can bet I will be putting it in my recipe box, just in case I lose this calendar, which I tend to do. Calendars don't maintain their purpose after the year is done, so there we go. We're almost through here. At some point I am going to be getting my hands involved. Not to worry, I have washed them thoroughly. I always do before I start cooking. So this is going to get to the manhandling stage at some point here. Almost here. There we go. And that is the last of the flour mixture. And it does say to knead the dough, so here we go. All right, now time to clear the calendar out of the way so it doesn't get hurt. And turn it out, I think, onto, oops. There we go. Oh, can't describe to you guys, the smell out of this is just incredible. And I haven't even baked it yet. You can smell the bacon and the maple and the cheddar, the cheese. It's what Christmas baking's all about. Okay, this looks delicious, and I can see how the texture is. I can see why they want it chilled, because it will make it more manageable for cutting into the cookie shapes. makes a lot of sense. Okay. All right. Let's just make it into a ball that I can cut into quarters. And then I'll have 4 equal pieces. There we go. Okay. There we go. 4 equal pieces. And we're going to make these into log shapes. Each of them. Take you back to your childhood playing with Play-Doh. Alright, here we go. Now, what I decided to do is take some wax paper and one at a time form these into a log. I know it does say wrap them in plastic, which I will be doing. I think wax paper to start with. Make it a better idea. Okay. I'll just do this for one of these logs. I'll show you what I'm doing. And then I'll turn the camera off to do the other 3 and to chill for 2 hours, and then I'll be back. You be sure and stay tuned. It'll be instant for you. It is going to take some time on this end though. So here we go. That is the kind of thing you're looking for. Is a log like this, squared off a little bit, and I imagine it's going to be about these dimensions, because by the time you cut the cookies and bake them, and there we go. So there we go, okay? And now I'm going to finish the process with the other 3, wrap them up in plastic and chill them for 2 hours, and I'll be back. Stay tuned. And we're back. It has been a good 4 hours that these have been in the fridge. They're quite firm. I did wrap them in wax paper first to form the logs, and then wrap the whole shebang in plastic wrap as they suggest. So let's just have one of these out here, and they did not get cut evenly into 4, so there are some longer and some shorter, so either way you get the total amount of cookies out. It's just a matter of how many logs you got to cut up. So there we go. There is sample one there. So we're supposed to cut these into 1/2 inch or 1 centimeter slices. Okay, preheat oven to 325, and my oven is preheated. Slice into 1/2 inch or 1 centimeter slices and place on parchment paper lined baking sheet, which I have here. Bake for about 15 minutes or until light golden. Repeat with remaining dough. So let's just start here. That's about half. There we go. If you hear any guitar noises in the background, that's my husband messing with his Les Paul in the studio, so Hopefully that won't interfere with the video too much. Okay, so here we go. These are the slices. As I said, I wash my hands before I start baking and cooking anyway, so there we go. It does not say in the recipe how far apart these are supposed to be, but it doesn't look in the picture as if they spread, so I'm thinking it's probably safe to put them the way I'm putting them. Okay. So that is what you do with the rest of this. So I will go ahead and do this and bake up a few trays and be back with the finished product. And we're back for the final time. Okay. I have cooked up, there were 2 cookie sheets full, and I ended up, the recipe says it yields about 7 dozen. I got 6 dozen, so I probably cut them a little bit thicker, or I don't know what happened, but I got about 6 dozen. So I'm really happy. Look at this whole tray here. These are going to last for a little bit, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. I did have to cook them a little bit longer. The recipe says about 15 minutes. Mine was about 20. Please remember, ovens cook at different temperatures. Keep an eye on them. It does tell you to about 15 or until light golden. So keep watch on your oven when you're cooking these, at least for the first time, so you see how your oven cooks. The bottoms came up a really nice golden brown. It's really nice. They are small. They're about 2 bites worth, which is good. And the recipe suggests it's a good snack to with more cheese. You could add a layer of cheese on there, and like an appetizer, I guess. More so than a sweet cookie. This is more of a savory. And if you break one open, let's just see. Oh, okay. There's the kind of texture. It's about 1/2 inch thick, and it's fairly firm. It's not a crumbly cookie. Let's see. Oh, I like these. Okay. These are a winner. These are going on a recipe card in my box, because I will be making these more often. Okay. I think I have a new cookie to add to my Christmas trays now. These are really good. I used the mozzarella, and it's your personal choice. The recipe does call for grated extra old cheddar. Now, if that's not your thing, try mozzarella. I like these. But you can taste the bacon in there. You can taste the cheese. You can, and the maple. Oh, these are great. So, thanks for watching. And again, I'll put the recipe in the description box for you in case you don't have your own calendar. But it came from the 2019 milk calendar that I get sent to me here in Canada. So, enjoy, and thanks for watching. And if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I have more baking and cooking videos like this. I have all kinds of things that I do on my channel, book reviews and product reviews, and you name it. Have a look around. I'm sure there's something that will catch your interest, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.